This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Good evening, I'm Melissa Barton. More than 1,700 of the city's households are unable to drink the city's water supply, predominantly in the North Dunedin and Central Business District. Dunedin Public Hospital is in the affected area and it means elective surgeries have been postponed.
The Dunedin City Council says it received more than 1,600 calls yesterday about water. And bottled water ran out in one supermarket, while water sales were rationed in others. The Southern District Health Board has postponed elective surgeries due to unclean water, but the SDHB says acute or emergency surgeries are continuing. The water tanker in the Octagon was busy again today, while some employers made sure their employees had clean water available. The DCC and SDHB held a joint media briefing at 4 p.m. this afternoon and say they're still waiting for water purity test results.
The boil water notice remains in place, so just so you know, for the CBD, the Leith Valley, the tertiary precinct and the Harbourside. So it's important that people follow those safety precautions until we've had 3 days of clear results plus 24 hours. We can't promise the water meets the drinking water standard, so it is important that people keep paying attention to that boil water notice.
The council says the targeted water rate for this week is around $100,000, which has been set aside for businesses who claim financial hardship as a result of the contamination. One Stewart Street establishment had a simple recommendation for its patrons. Daryl Baser, The South Today.
The pilot of a light plane that crashed just after takeoff at Queenstown Airport yesterday was pretty shaken up, according to the plane's Queenstown owner Richard Lee. The badly damaged Cessna 177 was trucked away from the airport late yesterday morning after it crashed on takeoff. Lee said one of the 3 passengers on board the scenic flight was treated for an ankle injury. 10 commercial flights were disrupted and the Civil Aviation Authority is investigating. Wanaka Police, along with search and rescue volunteers, have mounted a search for an 18-year-old French skier missing in mountainous terrain to the west of Lake Wanaka. He was last seen mid-morning on Monday when he left his car at West Wanaka Station car park. Wanaka Police Search and Rescue Coordinator Sergeant Aaron Nicholson says the man had intended to ski tour and was due out yesterday afternoon. Police understand the solo skier intended to climb through the steep bush-clad lower slopes to Mount Alta and ski the upper slopes. Wanaka Search and Rescue Alpine Rescue volunteers have mounted a preliminary helicopter search. The University of Otago's Business School is in the middle of a multi-million-dollar revamp. Work on the Commerce Building began in November last year, and a new room for MBA students is near completion. Roselle LeBone has the latest.
Construction teams are hard at work as the last of the wall panelling goes up this week and the final section of scaffolding is removed at the University of Otago Commerce Building.
This used to have a glass roof on top of it, and now we've put a 3-step roof into it.
I'm Roselle LeBone, about to start on a tour of the construction site at the Business School of the University of Otago. The $15 million construction has been years in the making. The mechanical upgrade to levels 2, 3 and 4 is nearing completion, and glass balustrades are also being completed on the first floor. The upgrade will see the various arms of the school integrated into one area, including the new space for MBA students temporarily located at the College of Education.
Well, at the moment we're in the space which is going to be the home of the Otago MBA, and this is a completely redesigned space. It's part of the new Otago Business School building, which is going through a major revitalisation and rebuild. As I said, this is a new space for the MBA, which brings the MBA program, which is a flagship part of the business school, inside of the building.
Access to the building was previously via the main stairs, but the redevelopment will see street access from street level to the building.
There are new doors going on out the front of the building, so you can enter straight in from the road, and then through over the Leith River is a new pop-out window area and cafe across 2 floors and a restaurant. So it's absolutely fantastic.
The building's atrium roof will also be replaced.
For 26 years we've lived in a building which has been dangerous. The roof has leaked and it had a set of stairs which were slippery when wet, which was quite a lot of the time, and dangerous. So for health and safety reasons, the building project has commenced, and then the design is really focused on making the building much more user-friendly, warm and watertight.
The configuration of the pre-existing building has not changed, with the offices and academic departments remaining upstairs inside the building. It is hoped construction will reach completion in late 2017. Roselle LeBone, The South Today.
Still to come on The South Today, the Real Estate Institute of New Zealand releases latest data on rural farm sales, and a large Southland Dairy Corporation and 2 of its managers are fined for neglecting their dairy cows. And yesterday saw the beginning of the whitebait fishing season for many in the south.
For all your news from the southern regions as it happens, go to our Facebook page. The South Today, connecting you with your community thanks to New Zealand On Air.
Garrador Dunedin, delivering quality stylish garage doors in Dunedin for over 15 years. New doors, replacement doors, repairs and maintenance are all part of Garrador's quality service. Garrador Dunedin offers a full range of modern quality doors to suit any home. Come visit the team at 553 Kaikoura Valley Road. Visit www.garrador.co.nz or call us on 488 5676.
From rare to the recent, visit the legendary Hard to Find for your quality second-hand books, with the largest stock in New Zealand and a friendly book-loving atmosphere. For good prices, buying or selling, come visit 20 Dowling Street.
Grandad loved his family and surfing, in that order. He taught me to surf, and we spent a lot of time in the water together over the years. When he died, I strapped the camera to the nose of his old board and filmed the paddle out at St Clair. Gillian's played the video on the big screen at his funeral. Grandad would have loved having everyone come out one last surf with him.
Gillian's Funeral Services, helping families celebrate the lives of their loved ones for generations. Gillians.co.nz.
We're a 25 Moray Place at Dog with Tails Cafe and Bar. So we take coffee very seriously. We do what's called contract roasting, so we're creating our own roasting profile and then doing our own blends. We're really focused on the craft of what we're doing. You know, we're going back, instead of going on mass-produced sort of cheap things, we're taking the time to really craft what we're making. Make it so anyone can come here and have a feed and be able to get something they're able to eat or that they want to eat as well. You're kind of getting a taste of cafes from all around the world when you come here.
Hi, welcome back to Alex Campbell Menswear. Check out our fantastic knitwear selection. 25% off. Possum, merino possum, pure wools, wool mixes. Some of them are even New Zealand made. 25% off.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
Hi, I'm Dennis Charlotte, and road racing motorcycles is my lifetime passion. It's a massive adrenaline rush, but the high-speed crashes have been tough on the body over the years. I almost feel as old as my mate Ian.
Sportsval, supporting tendons, ligaments and cartilage. And Energy Plus helps replace the energy that everyday living takes away.
Now I feel more alive and have more sustained energy to really enjoy my racing.
Buy 2 packs of Sportsval and get 2 packs of Energy Plus absolutely free. So call now, 0800 502 402.
All new episodes of Put Some Colour in Your Life are now screening on Channel 39. Take a look at Australian artists and the techniques they use in their studio. Put Some Colour in Your Life. Tuesdays, 7:30.
Welcome back. Data released today by the Real Estate Institute of New Zealand shows there were 76 fewer farm sales, a 16.2% decrease for the 3 months ended in July 2017 than for the same time period in 2016. 1,739 farms were sold in the year to July 2017, 1.5% fewer than were sold in the year to July 2016, with 44% more finishing farms, 28% more dairy farms, and 21% fewer grazing and 22% fewer arable farms sold over the same period. A large Southland Dairy Corporation and 2 of its managers were fined nearly $60,000 in the Invercargill District Court on Tuesday on charges of neglecting their dairy cows on farms at Lumsden. The prosecution was brought by the Ministry of Primary Industries, and its Manager of Compliance Investigations, Gary Orr, spoke to Sharon Rees after the case.
It was described to the Invercargill District Court as the worst case of long-term neglect in the dairy sector in the South Island. 41-year-old Jared Matthews and 44-year-old Dean McMillan were looking after 2 large farms at Lumsden for Castle Rock Dairies Limited. They and the company pleaded guilty to failing to maintain the lanes used by cows, causing them pain and suffering.
The animals were having to walk up to 3 hours every milking time, and they were being milked twice a day. And the lameness that was being caused by the fact they were walking through knee-deep mud and excrement was quite evident even to a layperson, and should never have been allowed to get to that level of pain and suffering that the animals were experiencing. It's unacceptable, quite frankly.
Castle Rock Dairies was fined $37,500, while Matthews and McMillan were each fined $10,000 and sentenced to 275 hours community service.
There is finger pointing between the parties involved, and I don't think we'll ever know the real reason behind it. The key thing for us as MPI is to say, regardless of who was accountable or who was responsible, all parties that have responsibility for the welfare of the animals on those properties will be held to account.
A total of 193 cows had to be euthanised and 761 required vet treatment. Orr said 14 vets spent weeks on the property initially and were disturbed by the extent of animal welfare issues.
One of the most senior veterinarians there said it's the worst case that they've ever seen. My people describe the state of the farm as catastrophic. The level of lameness was abhorrent to any reasoned person.
Orr advised anyone who had seen issues relating to production animal welfare to contact MPI immediately. I'm Sharon Rees for the South Today.
Yesterday saw the beginning of the whitebait fishing season for many in the south. The fine weather saw many people fishing at the Clutha River mouth. Rudy Adrian has more.
Vivian Maguire has been fishing for whitebait at this spot on the Clutha River for the last 24 years.
I usually start counting down the months about 5 months before it starts.
Last year there were very few whitebait to be caught.
Yeah, it was pretty atrocious, yeah. But still got enough for about 4 feeds and gave about 6 feeds away, and so it was still all right.
Monday's late high tide meant only a few small shoals of whitebait were travelling upstream into the nets of Kaitangata locals.
Even enough for a patty.
Closer to the river mouth, Alan Murdoch was waiting for the tide to turn before he dropped his net into the river. The Department of Conservation said that they hope those fishing for whitebait would be following the requirements under the law. Whitebaiting is prohibited at night, and DOC reminded people to report whitebaiters who were being non-compliant. They also hope whitebaiters will take part in a survey by filling out catchment diaries of hours spent fishing and amounts caught. The whitebait season continues until the 30th of November. However, the West Coast has a shorter season, starting the 1st of September and finishing up October the 14th. Rudy Adrian, The South Today.
The announcement that water in Dunedin CBD was unsafe to drink saw panic buying at local supermarkets. Rudy Adrian went out to talk to those who were emptying the shelves of bottled water.
North Dunedin streets yesterday were filled with local students who had gone to the supermarket to purchase drinkable water.
So I've bought 8 litres at the supermarket and I bought 2 drink bottles at the library earlier. I drink quite a lot every day, so it should last a day, but we're going to use it for cooking as well. So when it runs out, I don't know, hopefully just go back to the supermarket and they've restocked. So.
We bought 2 big bottles, that was the limit. And hopefully it'll last me a couple of days.
I just brought this and I'll just boil the rest, I guess. This is just for emergencies if I need it.
We just bought one bottle each. I think they've got like a 2 bottle limit in there anyway, but hoping this will last me a couple of days just to so that I can get through the week a wee bit, but yeah.
The tertiary students had learned from a number of sources that tap water was no longer potable.
We just came from a lab for one of our papers, and they put up a PowerPoint thing about it. Yeah.
Oh, I just got a text saying it was people were coming in to buy water, so
get it before it's gone?
We got a text from the uni, so got about 3 texts, which is awesome. About 6. Yeah.
New World City Centre said that while small bottles had sold out, more supplies were on way, and large bottles were still available on the shelves. A limit to the amount that can be purchased still applies. Rudy Adrian, The South Today.
After the break on The South Today, all eyes were on a rare collection of ophthalmology equipment being sold at Hayward's Auction House in Dunedin today.
Autumn is here. Too late to sow grass seed, but never fear. Ready Lawn is here. Ready Lawn, your perfect all year round solution. Call Ready Lawn today.
Hi, I'm Dennis Charlotte, and road racing motorcycles is my lifetime passion. It's a massive adrenaline rush, but the high-speed crashes have been tough on the body over the years. I almost felt as old as my mate Ian.
Sportsval, supporting tendons, ligaments and cartilage. And Energy Plus helps replace the energy that everyday living takes away.
Now I feel more alive and have more sustained energy to really enjoy my racing.
Buy 2 packs of Sportsval and get 2 packs of Energy Plus absolutely free. So call now, 0800 502 402.
University of Otago. Usually the atmosphere is charged with the energy of student life. But this week is the week before exams.
Hey, Tane. Not now, man. I'm panicking. Come on, mate. I know just what you need. In here? No. Is this it? No. This is the place to ease your stress.
Hey Tane, fancy a little cuddle?
Active Furnishers Limited, home of quality service with superior product and an in-house design team who are always happy to advise and create an imaginative solution for you. Active Furnishers Limited, part of Dunedin's design history.
Hi, welcome back to Alex Campbell Menswear. Check out our fantastic knitwear selection. 25% off. Possum, merino possum, pure wools, wool mixes. Some of them are even New Zealand made. 25% off.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
Bring some more joy into your world by adopting one of our adult animals at SPCA Otago. Call now on 473 8252. Please adopt a pet now, they will love you forever.
When it's time to say goodbye to your pet, Heaven Sent Pet Cremations are here to help you through this difficult experience. Call Heaven Sent Pet Cremations today for their care and guidance. Phone 489 2274.
They say nothing in life is free, but some things are, like smelling the flowers, random acts of kindness, hugs, compliments, nice hat, and best of all, how good is free TV? More shows than you can shake a stick at. New Zealand, watch it live for free, on demand for free, record for free with Freeview.
Put your seatbelts on for this one and rev it up. Thursday night is Motorsport Night. Proudly brought to you by multi-award-winning Garador.
All eyes were on a rare collection of ophthalmology equipment being sold at Hayward's Auction House in Dunedin today. The collection included glass and plastic eyes comes from 2 retired ophthalmologists. One lot in particular had people's glasses steaming up in excitement.
Going twice. 260.
Bidders kept their eyes on the prize at Hayward's Auction House today. A collection of glass eyes and vintage ophthalmology equipment. This collection comes from two retired University of Otago Medical School ophthalmologists. The successful bidder, Nikola Bojan-Zukov, arrived at Haywards with an open chequebook.
I was given instructions to get them at whatever cost necessary.
She bought the equipment on behalf of her father.
He has a business in Reefton called the Reefton Coffin Company, which is actually like an antique store. And part of the business as well is, creating artwork in Reefton and, local installations, and I think Dad wants to use it for that. He's a rather unique individual, so, and he spotted them on the news last night and just said, go for it.
It was not her first purchase of the day.
I've won lots of things today, so yeah, I got sent with the list.
Bojan-Zukov faced stiff competition as the lot started a bidding war.
1475, and you go 1500 now, so we want 1525.
She paid $1,700 for the glass set and $2,000 for the plastic set. And while that was the plum purchase for her father,
glass eyes are not my cup of tea, but
Roselle LeBone, The South Today.
Yesterday saw a huge Kapa Haka festival being held for schools in North Otago. Over 800 pupils from 16 area schools performed on stage. Rudy Adrian has more.
Oamaru's Opera House was filled with school pupils of all ages, putting on their best Kapa Haka performances for the North Otago Kaupapa Māori Festival. Amongst the acts were pupils from St Joseph's School. The event is held every 2 years and includes pupils from kindergarten all the way to secondary school. Pembroke School pupils also put on a performance. The next North Otago Kaupapa Māori Festival is scheduled for 2019. Rudy Adrian, The South Today.
And now a look at what's happening in tomorrow's ODT. Welcome Craig Page.
Good evening. Yeah, we've got obviously more on Dunedin's water saga into day 2 now. DCC announced just a short time ago that it's setting aside $100,000 compensation for business who have endured hardship during this time. Of course, as we mentioned yesterday, lots of cafes, lots of other businesses have had to discard of food and aren't able to open as usual at the moment until they get themselves sorted. We're expecting an update later this evening too on water testing, the results of those, and that's going to be on our website as soon as we find that out. Yeah, lots of businesses today trying to secure some proper water sources for themselves, hooking up to tankers, etc., to run their coffee machines, those sorts of things. So slowly getting back to business. But Healthcare Otago also reporting no increases of gastro bugs so far, so that's a good sign.
But that does, like, depending on what it is, it could show next week.
Could be several days, several days down the track. So we'll wait with bated breath.
Yeah, wait with bated breath for that one.
We've got more on the police search and rescue in Wanaka for the missing skier. Disappeared on Monday, hasn't been seen since up there on his own near the Mount Alta area, so some real concerns up there. They're getting crews up and also been giving us updates throughout the evening as well to see where that is, so we'll keep that updated on our website. We've also got a reporter down in Winton tonight, National Party, big night for them. They'll be selecting their new candidate for the Clutha Southland electorate. We've got 3 candidates: Vanessa Van Uden, the former Queenstown Mayor, Dunedin man Hamish Walker, and Nick Perham, who's a former WorkSafe New Zealand employee. So they're all vying for that position, and pretty much ensures them a spot in Parliament because it's a very blue seat and has been for a long time. So a lot riding on tonight for them. So.
Was Vanessa a late entry into that?
Yeah, pretty much early on. She signalled she was interested, there were quite. I think there was 5 or 6 initially, and they whittled that down to about 3 now. So yeah,
be an interesting night.
Yes, it will. And on a sporting front, we'll have the All Black team in our paper tomorrow morning. It's released at 5 AM, I think. We'll have it in the paper for the Sydney Test Bledisloe Cup match on Saturday night. And we're also looking at Otago MPC. They get their season underway tomorrow night against North Harbour, and we have a look at the competition, see who's likely to be the favourites among them.
hopefully Otago again.
Yes, we'll see.
Lovely. Thank you, Craig Page.
Thank you.
And now a time for looking at tomorrow's weather.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by Silberhorn Sportsval.
Looking at the situation, the next few days can expect changeable weather, gusty winds and showers in the west. Expect some cooler southwesterly airflow over the weekend with a few showers in the east too. To the southern outlook, Balclutha and Catlins at strong westerlies plus a few showers and 11. Lumsden and Gore can expect the same with 10 degrees. To the central outlook, can look forward to no rain but gusty winds, some cloud and 12 degrees. Queenstown and Te Anau have gusty winds, showers and 10 degrees. Wanaka is the same but 11 degrees. And up to the northern outlook, Oamaru and Timaru are the places to be with gusty winds but fine and 14 degrees. For Oamaru and Timaru, and also enjoy a high of 16. Twizel and Amarama gusty winds, few showers and cooler at 11 degrees. Here in Dunedin tonight, showers clearing with strong gusty winds decreasing, an overnight low of 6 degrees. Tomorrow is fine with high cloud and fresh to strong gusty winds, tomorrow 14 and 8 degrees. And mostly fine on Friday too with lighter westerly winds 15 and 18 degrees. A good day to get your washing done. And in Invercargill tonight you've got showers tonight with strong gusty winds decreasing and an overnight low of 6. Tomorrow showers will clear, the sun comes out during the day with fresh gusty winds, a high of 11 and a low of 6 degrees. But it's showers and colder southwesterlies developing on Friday with a high of 12 and a low of 6 degrees. And that's our news for this Wednesday. For the latest news from the South Today team, you can follow us on YouTube, Facebook and at channel39.co.nz. I hope you all have a great evening. Take care. Ka kite anō.
This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.